A very warm good morning to all. My name is Dr. Jyoti Tiwari, working as an assistant professor at Army Institute of Education. In this video, we are going to discuss about the nature and scope of the discipline. In previous video, we have already discussed the meaning and its features. So this is a continuation video in which we are going to discuss that what is the nature of academic discipline and what is the scope of academic discipline. So just give me a minute. I'm going to share my screen. Yes. Yes, hope it is visible to everyone. So, yes. So in last video, we have discussed its meaning. And I told you at that time that discipline word is derived from the Latin words discipulus and disciplina. So that we have already covered. The definitions we have covered. And these are the features that each discipline, each academic discipline is having their own content. And this content consists of some theories, theories, vocabulary which is related with that particular discipline. Each discipline is associated with particular profession. Like I told you that education discipline is associated with teaching profession. Likewise, if you study the law discipline, you will become a lawyer. If you study the medical discipline, you will become a doctor. So each discipline is associated with one particular profession. After that, we have studied that each discipline is having their own methods of investigation, learning, and teaching, and they have their own field of study. Like in humanities, in humanity discipline, our field of study is usually human relationship. Likewise, in law discipline, you will study various types of laws. In education discipline, all the education related content you will study in that particular discipline. So each discipline is having their own investigative methods, own teaching learning method, and own field of study. And discipline we usually teach and learn at higher educational institutions like colleges and universities. Each discipline is having their own terminology. Like I gave you the example of education discipline. Here the specific terms which we use only in this particular discipline, like I told you, micro teaching, simulated teaching, experiential learning, flipped classroom. So there are a lot of terminology and vocabulary which is associated with that particular discipline. Each discipline is having their own theories, own concept, and most importantly, these disciplines are deliberately created. Means knowledge is itself a whole complete unit, but we human beings, for our comfort, for to get in-depth understanding of that particular area or to develop that particular area, we deliberately divide all this knowledge into various disciplines. So till this slide we have already covered. Now I'm going to focus on the nature of the discipline. So the first thing which we are going to discuss, that discipline is purposive. Means it some deliberate objective or some definite objective is there for all types of discipline. Means all disciplines are purposive, some definite objective is there. As I told you, if you are going to study the education discipline, your objective will be to become a good teacher. So likewise, all disciplines are having their some definite objectives. And once it is purposive, so a deliberate efforts are made to develop that the basics of that profession in you. So we can say that discipline is deliberate. Means we deliberately put some effort to development of that particular type of knowledge or to develop that skills related to that profession among the student. So we can say that discipline is deliberative. The next is the discipline is, just a minute, I don't know what happened to this. Yes, the discipline is empirical. Empirical means it is practical, and all it is based on the experiences basis. So discipline is not static, it is dynamic. Its content is changing as per the basis of our experiences. Like I gave you the example, when I did my B.Ed in 1998, that time I have not studied the subjects like inclusive education and the ICT paper. So that time that was not required. But now, as you can see in NEP 2020, there is giving too much emphasis on inclusive classroom and the ICT techniques of a teacher. So all these content are deliberately added in the academic discipline of education. So we can say the discipline is empirical. It changed based on our experience, and it evolve real life experiences too. Next is academic discipline is vocational. As I already told you that each discipline is associated with one particular type of discipline. It helps the student to train in a particular vocation and develop the certain skills or expertise in that particular vocation. If you are studying the education discipline, that means you are doing your B.Ed or M.Ed. So the skills required for a good teacher is intentionally or deliberately developed among you. So we can say that each discipline is vocational. The next is discipline is planned. If something is having some objective, purpose, or as we are saying that it is deliberate. So intentionally effort is putting in that particular field. So we can say the discipline is planned. It is a planned and systematic, involve step by step acquiring of the specialized information. Means some curriculum is framed, the syllabus is framed, the specific content is going to be teach you in a systematic manner. So all that required skills is going to be developed among you. And not only academic part, all other co-curricular and extracurricular activities are also planned in such a way that the specific skills of that particular profession is developed among you. So we can say that discipline is planned. The next is discipline is evolutionary. Evolutionary means relating to a process of gradually change and development. So all disciplines are gradually developed as it is evolved out with general subject and some other discipline. So we can say all disciplines are gradually developed. The content of that particular discipline is not static. It developed and it changed based on the human experiences. So it is evolutionary. The next is discipline is not static, it is not fixed, it is dynamic. As I told you that the content of that particular discipline is changed as per the need of the hour. So the discipline is not static. Discipline aims at specialization. So all discipline is related with particular occupation, and basically it aims to develop the expertise in that particular area. So with the study of discipline, you will become specialized in that particular area of knowledge. So discipline aims at specialization. Discipline is psychological as well as social. So disciplinary knowledge is tend to use psychological concepts at higher level. Means all the concepts and the theories or principles which is included in that particular discipline is arranged as per the child psychology. Means what are their interests, what is their aptitude, how they will learn. So all these concepts we have to keep in mind while we are arranging the content of that particular discipline. As well as we need to keep in mind the social needs, that what needs what type of specialization we required in society. So as per the basis of that need, we develop the discipline. So we can say the discipline is psychological as well as the social. It leads to development of individual as well as the society, because after studying a particular discipline, a human being is going to be contribute in the society only. So the discipline's nature is social as well as psychological. The next nature of discipline is growth oriented. It is provided, it is provide detailed study of a particular theme or a particular area of knowledge. So the sub basically it enhance the student's mental level as well as psychological growth of an individual of and society. So discipline is a growth oriented. Once you study a particular discipline, it develops you as a human being, and after your development, you are going to contribute in the society only. So in large sense, the society is also going to be benefited with that particular discipline, and in long term, the this nation and this world is also getting help with your knowledge. So we can say, means all development and in all areas growth is there once you study that particular discipline. The next is discipline is inquisitive. Inquisitive means it develop the inquiry habit among the students. It aims to development of critical analysis to look at the things from a different point of view and develop a new avenue of knowledge. So we can say, means once a student is studying the higher educational institution and a part of a particular discipline, the main aim of that particular discipline is develop the ability of critical analysis and inquiry among the student, so that the student is able to do research in that particular area and ultimately contribute in the development of knowledge in that field. So we can say that the nature of discipline is inquisitive. So till yet we have discussed the nature. So we have discussed the discipline is dynamic, discipline is related with a particular vocation, it is psychological, it is social, it is growth oriented, and many other features also. Now we are going to focus on the uh, basically what is the classification of the discipline. So this classification is usually you found in the universities. Once you enter in a university, so what disciplines they are going to offer, that is going to cover in this particular slide. So most of the universities are giving you the degrees in the humanities or art discipline. Earlier we called art discipline for this word humanity, but now this classification is not correct. Now art discipline consists the fine arts and the performing art, and the all these subjects like the humanities, literature, psychological, religion, anthropology, history, ethics, geography, economics, and political science, we use humanities word for them, because after after studying in that particular discipline, you are going to serve the human being, and you are going to study the nature or the nature of human being and human beings relation with the society, with the how human being is contributing in all these fields. So these subjects come under the humanities. The next classification is science and technology discipline. So it comprises physics, chemistry, geology, botany, natural sciences, and scientific technology. So all these subjects come under the science discipline. So you must notice that all the subjects come under one discipline is having a similar type of nature. Okay, their area of content, their the basic concept or the methods of studying, the methods of teaching, the area of research is almost similar. So a similar type of subject come under a particular discipline. The next discipline is mathematics discipline. It comprises arithmetic, geometry, algebra, dynamics, and statistics. The next is medical science discipline. It comprises medicine, homeopathy, Unani, veterinary, surgery, and Ayurveda. So these all are the different forms of medicine sciences. So it comes under the medical sciences discipline. The next discipline is agriculture discipline. It comprises agriculture, animal husbandry, and horticulture. Law discipline comprise various types of laws like criminal law, civil law, constitutional law, international law, etc. Commerce discipline comprise accountancy, business studies, banking, bookkeeping, etc. And as I told you, means that art discipline comprise fine art and performing art. It comprises drawing, painting, music, dance, these types of subjects. So this is the basic classification of discipline which we usually found in the university. But now, as I told you, that the discipline is a dynamic concept. As per the need of the time, many new disciplines emerge from the mother discipline, from the basic discipline. So the list of disciplines are growing. But I told you the basic list of discipline. Now, and at the end, the education discipline, it comprise the teacher education and its training. So in education discipline, like B.Ed, we are providing the B.Ed degree and for teacher education and its training like B.Ed, M.Ed, and you further do the researches in that particular field. So these are some basic discipline. Now we are going to focus on the scope of discipline. So scope of disciplinary knowledge or discipline is very wide. It consists curriculum development. So as I told you that all disciplines are a particular type of knowledge or a particular branch of knowledge. And in that particular discipline, we have some concept, theories, and content related to that particular discipline, which we deliberately taught with the help of curriculum. So the main scope of discipline is curriculum development. We develop this curriculum. This curriculum is not static. It is also a dynamic. So as per the need of the hour, as per the changing in time, whatever we required, we used to add in that particular curriculum. So as I gave you the example of my B.Ed, that I have not studied the subjects like ICT and inclusive education, but it is the need of hour. So these subjects or this type of content is added in that particular discipline. So, and what all other activities like you required for that particular profession, you added in that particular discipline's curriculum. So, the main scope of discipline is to develop the curriculum as per the need of the society and nation. The next scope is transforming the culture and society. So, if we want to bring some change in society, what is the best way to change in the syllabus and to change at the school level? Because the students are like a clay. Whatever you want, you can give them a shape. So, if you want a systematic change in the society, you need to bring that change in the textbook and their curriculum. So, a big means a scope of a discipline is to transforming the culture and society as per the need. Means if you are following the same type of knowledge, if you are going to study or delivering the same type of knowledge, it will not going to be benefit uh, in the current time. Like if whatever I studied in my past, the same syllabus or same curriculum the students are following till now. So uh, that teachers will not going to help in the present scenario. So whatever change you want to bring in society, this is again a part of discipline. So this comes under the scope of discipline to bring change and culture of the society. The next is research and innovation. As I told you, all disciplines are a particular branch of knowledge. So to develop that particular knowledge, to conduct the researches and innovation in that particular discipline is a part of scope of that discipline. Once you get the master's degree in that particular discipline, the students will do higher researches and innovation in that particular field, so that the knowledge will enhance. The next is execution of ideas for the common need of the individual as well as the society. So whatever the individual is feeling, whatever the need of an individual as well as the society, the discipline keep an eye on those requirements, and as per the need of an individual, as per the need of the society, the concept or the content of discipline is developed. So whatever we need, whatever the society required as per the current need of the time, we add that particular type of knowledge and content in that particular discipline. So we can say it also a scope of a discipline to study what is the need of the hour. And once you study accordingly, you need to add that particular type of content in the discipline. Like I'm telling you in example, like right now we have so many subjects in the B.Ed discipline, B.Ed curriculum. But as you can see that the current in the current time, the use of virtual intelligence is also growing. Now, in this current time, the virtual teachers are means the virtual intelligence, we can say, is interfering in teaching profession. So you may found this type of knowledge in your future teachers training also. Like I told you, that time we have not studied the inclusive education, but now it is the need of our, so it is added in B.Ed curriculum. And I am assuming in future you will study the virtual intelligence as a paper of as a subject or as a paper in teachers training program. Because whatever need we feel at the societal level and at the individual level, we add that particular type of content in that discipline. So to find out those needs and to execution, to find the ideas of execution, that also come under the scope of discipline. The next is defining disciplinary values and transforming it in the basic need of society and national aspiration as well as the global usefulness. So as you all know that after getting education, we need to serve in the society as well as nation. And nowadays we all are global citizens. So it is not like that ki my knowledge, my skills are only be going to use at national level and society level. As we all are global citizens, so we can contribute worldwidely also with our with with the help of our knowledge. So, in disciplinary knowledge, global values, the national values, societal values also going to be steady, and according to that need and according to that value system, the content is planned and intentionally delivered to the student so that they will become useful for the society, for the nation, and for the word. The next is the main scope of discipline is to bring social and national integration. So whatever content you are going to study in that particular discipline, you always find that it is based on our social values, social ethics, and our national values. So, to study these values and whatever change we want in that particular area, that also we study and add in that particular discipline. So, means you can see that the scope of discipline is very wide. It consistently keep an eye on this changing world, on the changing scenario, on the changing needs of the society, nation, and worldwide. So that after accordance to that these needs, the content of subject is basically developed. The next is it evolves changes in knowledge, skills, interests, and values of a people as well as a whole. So, whatever skills we required in society, so that type of discipline is developed. And like I told you, like right now we have giving too much emphasis on the special education or inclusive education. So the need of special educator is emerged. So that particular type of skill and knowledge is added in the teacher education discipline, so that the need of society in that particular area is going to be fulfilled. So we can say all the changes in knowledge, skills, interest, and values is a part of the scope of discipline. So, in the conclusion, we can say that the scope of discipline is very wide. It basically it keep an eye on individuals' need as well as nation, society, and this worldwide needs. And in accordance to that, the content of discipline is going to be developed. The next we are going to discuss that what is the importance, why we are giving too much importance to the discipline, what is the need of studying a discipline. So the first thing is social linkages and importance of discipline in social perspective. As you can see that after getting education we need to serve in that society. So, and in our society, all roles, all jobs, and all skills and all professions are equally important to keep the balance in the society. Okay. So, think if you will not study a discipline, or if you are not having the expertise in that particular discipline, in that case we will not getting the expert of that particular area. So that's why discipline is important. So once you study a discipline, you will get expertise in that particular area, and you are going to serve in that particular field, and in larger sense you will going to serve the society. So in social point of view, the discipline is very important to keep the balance, to provide the professionals. Discipline is important. The next is academic linkages and importance of discipline in academic perspective. So basically, discipline give you a platform to study, means to get a degree, higher degrees. So if think like if the discipline is not there, means the scope of higher education will not be there. So whatever your interest is there, whatever skill or whatever profession you want to choose, you opt that discipline, so that you get higher education in that particular uh, field, and later you will going to serve in that society or in that particular uh, field and occupation. So we can say that the discipline is important for the academic point of view. It gives you basically a level of study, a content of higher level study. So academic point of view, discipline is again very important. The next is professional linkages and importance of discipline in professional perspectives. So as I told you, all disciplines are related with the particular profession. Like I gave you the example, if you are studying the law discipline, you will become a lawyer. If you will study the medicine discipline, you will become a doctor. And if you will study the education discipline, you will become a teacher and a teacher educator and a special educator. So all disciplines is having the professional linkages. So think, if the discipline is not there, we will not get a professional in that particular area. So in the in the professional point of view, discipline is again very important. The next is for providing experts, to providing expertise in that particular area, the particular type of knowledge, we require discipline, because in discipline only we study that subject content in depth. We do researches, and at higher level, we try to develop the critical skills, critical analysis of students, so that they do the further researches in that area of knowledge. So for providing expert, we require discipline, and at the end, for the development of the knowledge and research point of view, the discipline is very important. If the disciplines will not be there, the uh, the the development of that particular knowledge will be stopped. So and as you all know, the knowledge the knowledge development is again a very important thing. So we, with the help of discipline, we develop the capability of student, so that they can do researches and further develop the research, further development of that particular type of knowledge. So we can say at the end, the discipline is very important. Okay, so in this video, we have discussed that what is the nature of discipline. After that, we have discussed some classification, some basic classification of discipline. And after that, we have discussed the importance of discipline, that why discipline is important. So thank you so much.